Today I'm going to answer a question that I get every week or every few weeks. And the question is, what extracurricular should I do in high school to stand out in my college application? So there's no right or wrong answer to this question, but I'm going to do my best to give my opinion and answer this question for you. Let's start by talking about what my extracurriculars were when I was in high school. This was a long time ago, but I think some of my main extracurriculars were that I played soccer, I mean football, sorry, not soccer, football in high school for all 4 years. And then I also I ran the Instagram page that I have. It used to be called the College Hub, where I used to post about scholarships, and I put that as one of my main extracurriculars because I spent a lot of time on that. And then the third main one was that in the 10th standard, 10th and 11th, basically, I started a business called Footpool, which is like this table that's a combination of football and pool. So it's like playing pool with your feet. So I basically made the table first with like uh, thermocol, and then made it with wood, and then started renting and selling it out. So that was one of my main extracurriculars. So as you can see, there's no really like fixed type of extracurriculars that you should do, but there's a lot of things that you can do. Even though I got a decent scholarship to study in the US, I didn't really get into like an Ivy League college or a top ranked school. So if you look at YouTube videos or if you just like read online, some common extracurriculars that I've seen from people that have got into these type of colleges is that they've excelled at whatever they've done. So for example, if you look at some students, they've started successful nonprofits or businesses. So they've started nonprofits with causes that are close to their heart, and then they've actually made an impact in their city, community, or even at a national level sometimes. Then there are people that have done really well at competitions like Olympiads, for example, or science fairs like Intel Science Fairs. They'll end up winning one of these competitions. And these people also did a variety of extracurriculars, as in they had a few things that they were extremely good at, and then they also had a few extracurriculars that they did. So they were pretty balanced in terms of the extracurriculars that they did. On the other side, I also know people that have gotten into great colleges without having that good extracurriculars. So it is important to remember that extracurriculars aren't everything. They're a part of the process. They are important, but there are so many other factors in the college application process, like your SAT scores, your high school grades, then your letter of recommendations, and your essay. Your essay is pretty important. All of these things are equally important. I mean, sometimes we have limitations in terms of the things that we can do, whether it be physically, mentally, or financially. So don't be too hard on yourself if you think that your extracurriculars aren't like amazing, as in like some of the ones that I just described. But um, you could make up for this by working harder on other parts of your application, like having better grades and a better SAT score, a better essay. Okay, so if I just had to like read off a list and say some extracurriculars that you could do, you could like learn a language, like pick up a language online, use Duolingo. You could um, start a nonprofit or a business. You could start a YouTube channel or start an Instagram page to start with. You could start a website about something that you care about. If the opportunities are available, you can go for debate competitions or like a Model United Nations type of conference. If your school or your city has clubs, then you could join those clubs. If there's a cause that you care about, you can volunteer for that cause. You can do community service, and you can actually like make a difference in people's lives and do an extracurricular. I mean, you shouldn't look at it as an extracurricular. You should be doing these things because it's what you want to do and because you care about the things that you're doing. I mean, there's so many things that you can do on the internet today. Like you can literally go to Coursera, take a course in something, and then build a project based on it. You can reach out to um, professors or like anybody in the industry and like do research with them. You can do internships, unpaid internships, or paid internships if you can get one. There's so many things that you can do. There's no fixed definition of an extracurricular. It's like what you want to do in your free time. If you're into art, you can like start selling your art pieces on Instagram. If you're into Um, if you're into coding, you can make a website and then get users to actually use the website. If you're if you're a dancer, you start a dance YouTube channel. If you're into finance, you start you can start a simulated trading account, or if you have the money, then you can even start a real trading account and learn more about finance that way. So there's no fixed definition of an extracurricular. It's just what you want to do in your free time. Now let's talk about one of my regrets. One of my regrets is that there were some things that I did just thinking that this would look good to colleges, so let me do this. But I don't think that was a very smart thing to do, because later on when I look back, it's just me wasting time and not really learning many things. So you should try to focus on things that can bring you, that help you to learn more and make an impact, and that will actually have a chance of helping you grow in the future and develop more skills, or make an impact basically. So my final advice would to try a lot of extracurriculars. I mean, you can try a lot of things, see what you like. This is the time to do it when you're in at that age. And I mean, even at my age, it's still time to try many things. And whatever you do, try to be the best at what you do. I mean, you don't have to be the best, but it is always good if you can excel at what you do. So yeah, that's my thoughts on what extracurriculars you should do in high school. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Also, let me know what type of videos you want to see in the comments below.